It's time for a pop fact. And this time, it actually happens to be a prop fact. And in fact, it's one of my favorites of all time. I've been obsessing over this for many, many years now, since I was a kid. So, what we're talking about in particular is this guy. The lightsaber that started it all. I really love movie props and the history behind them. And I think one thing that is particularly interesting is where they come from and how they're made. These really iconic things that stick in pop culture. Here's the deal. There are certain kinds of props that are called found props. Items that originated as something else and then took on another life as a film prop. This is a great example. I think it's probably the ultimate example of a found prop, because I think a lot of people know this by now, but some of you may not. The original lightsaber from the first Star Wars film was a Graflex flash handle. You'd attach it to a camera, like this, and it'd have a light bulb sticking out of the top, a flash bulb, for a camera. And what they ended up doing, now this particular one is actually very similar. It's not quite the same. There's certain differences, like right there, and I'll get to that in a second. It's close enough. From flash handle to lightsaber, how did they do this? Well, what they did was they added this stuff right here. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's a material that you'll find on a lot of different Star Wars props, like Boba Fett's blaster from Return of the Jedi. There is a strip that goes along here, right? In this movie, it is this gold, sort of almost ornate PCB looking piece. It's been a long time since I've looked at the exact details, but it's actually a calculator number strip. So the bubbles on it were where the numbers would be displayed. It's pretty cool. This prop turned into one of the most iconic things ever. And then you kind of look at the original piece. It still looks like a lightsaber with a light bulb sticking out the top rather than seeing it as a flash handle. The other lightsabers in the first three movies had a similar origin. So Darth Vader's lightsaber was also a flash handle, and Obi-Wan's was the most complex. Obi-Wan's lightsaber has a lot of different pieces on it, and they all come from things of all sorts of different previous functions. There's pieces of a jet engine. There's a rifle grenade. I mean, it's just such a complex and weird combination of stuff. With all of these props, and especially sci-fi props, there's just so much imagination that goes into essentially diving into a garbage pile of scrap and old machine parts and going, well, this clicks together, it looks kind of cool, there's a story behind this. And that's really the secret, I think, of all the things that I've gleaned over the years. But it all started for me with this guy. The original Graflex flash handle is extraordinarily expensive, if you can find it. It's one of those scrapyard white whales for me, So anyways, that was your pop fact for the day. There will be many, many more coming on down the line. Please leave some of your favorite fun pop culture facts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.